Hello everyone, we're back. Well, I'm HorseyEatYou. We're back with my super duper amazing week of trying out new games. This is day 428. Yes, I intentionally did that, by the way. With the 428 Shibuya Scramble. Or is it 428? I'm gonna say 428. Or maybe 428 if I want to get fancy with it. I don't know a lot about this one. I know it's a visual novel that is done like FMV style, which is weird. But I mean, I'm down to try it. I know before it got translated, everyone was like, this is a kami gay. This is one of the best games ever made. And now that it's translated, nobody ever talks about it. That is par for the course. I do know Nasu wrote a side story for it, I think. So let's select a bookmark. Ooh. Which one should we select, guys? We only have 3? You want the guide to gameplay to be displayed? Sure, yeah, of course, yeah. And bad. Okay. Stories a work of fiction. Here's a sexual person living or dead events or locales is entirely coincidental. Yeah, Shibuya? That's not a. No, that's a coincidence. It's actually the other Shibuya. Like Chunsoft. Fancy. Oh. Oh. That's cinematic. I like the music. Ryumi Kono, Kosei Amano, and Yuto Naka. I assume we're going through all the credits now. Like, it is cinematic. It feels like a movie. I wonder how experienced like the actors and stuff are in this. Like, I wouldn't recognize them, right? Do you think they like got like an actual like cinematographer, like a cameraman, or do you think they just got, you know, some guy with a, you know, his own little dinky winky camera? It has to be a professional product, right? The music's good though. I love this song. Good job, Naoki Sato and Hideki Sakamoto. Theme song, The World Doesn't Change So Easy. It's not that because that one has vocals. What else? Live action director, Yasutaka Mori. We're Googling him. We're Googling him. Yasutaka Mori. Portrait director. An Asian wiki, here we go. I'm not missing anything, am I? Oh, balloon! Oh no, it's like a blimp. Hostage situation, okay. More directing stuff. Alpha. Oh! This is the same theme. I love this song. Oh, that's an explosion. That girl's probably dead. Executive producer Jiro Ishii. Shibuya's story is yours to tell. Do we get to pick the POV? I know there's multiple. Achi. Okay, yes we do. If you play through the game, the various mechanics will be explained. 428, you follow the stories of multiple protagonists at once. Okay, so there is gameplay, I guess? I am very mad, by the way, there are no mouse controls in this. But I guess that kind of makes sense if there's gameplay and it's a controller based, but like, yeah. Oh, you can't click, okay. But you couldn't click on the, like you couldn't like use the mouse on the main menu to like get to the options, for example. Your decisions impact your experiences as you read the story. What does the day hold in store? Their fate is in your hands. Hopefully, you can see them all through to the end. To start, you have two characters, Shinya Kano and Achi Endo. Let's begin by checking out Kano's story. Well, okay, I don't even get to choose. Does it let me choose? Keep out, nope. Okay, we're doing Kano. OBS, you doing good? Well, it's a black screen. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Just 2 more minutes to go. Shinya Kano noted the time again on his watch, scowling as the slow creep of the second hand. But it said 10 to 11. This isn't even 10. What the heck? Time was 9:58 a.m. Boreals of consternation creased his forehead. He wasn't nervous, but he knew better than to expect everything to go smoothly. Is this the second game in a row where it all takes place within like 1 day? Because I just did Ghost Trick on day 3. Keeping a level head was proving rather difficult. There's no room for failure. Lives are on the line here. He eyed his surrounding. Is the perp really gonna show up? When? Where would he be coming from? How would he make his approach? The Shibuya Scramble is as packed as ever. So if you just like don't, oh okay, there we go. Okay, okay. I was gonna ask if you don't like click, what happens? Because you can't loop it, but no, it just freezes. Younger people crossing this way and that, blissfully unaware of the dozens of detectives hidden in its. I assume this is related to the car bomb that just well, going to go off. All right, another minute and a half. Kano glanced down at his watch yet again. 30 seconds had passed. Detective Kano had been with the enforcement arm of Shibuya's criminal affairs section for a year now. He'd never been part of an operation this big before. He had the young woman standing beside the statue of him. She was small enough to get lost in the crowd. She carried a nondescript attaché case. Oh, she's animated. That means she's important. Hitomi Osawa, age 19. The attaché case in her hands contained a full 50 million yen in cash. Ooh, that's the big stuff. Yesterday, her twin sister Maria had been kidnapped. This was the ransom payment. Culprit had called Hitomi last night, at home, referring to her by name and telling her to wait by the statue at Hachiko in Shibuya. Oh, that's the dog! I don't look at the statue. It's almost time, but nothing. Kano was staring fixedly at the second hand on his watch when a homeless man sitting on the sidewalk murmured just loud enough for him to hear. Come on, Kano, quit looking at your watch so much. What if the kidnapper sees you? What's crazy, this random homeless man knows about this. Kano tried to look nonchalant as he lifted his eyes. The scruffy character continued. Too nervous. Just relax already. You're the one acting suspicious, Sasayama? Kano frowned. Alright, with some homeless guy be talking to me. Yuji Sasayama was the senior officer. Oh, the words and phrases in the text appear in blue. I know what tips are. Square to underline tip, then press X. We'll let you read some extra info relating to the word or phrase. Tips containing general knowledge and ones that are 428 specific. They're marked with a magnifying glass and a 428 respectively. So if they're real or fake, it'll be your precinct. Also for the safety of approximately 200,000 people in 32 neighborhoods. Okay, that's. I thought Shibuya was bigger. I mean, obviously that's big. Or I guess it's central precinct. There's multiple. Because Tokyo's the biggest city in the world, right? like, you know, I don't know, Tokyo population. Yeah, 14 million people. That's kind of a lot. OBS is doing good. Okay, we're 10 minutes in. I'm not listing out all the precincts. He always went a little overboard with the disguises. Them was all part of the job, but word around the station was that he just liked playing dress up. You see the guy that gets stuck in the mascot costume? I know about that. I know about the mascot. Hey pal, space some change? Sasayama lurched to his feet and shuffled in close to Kano. This is a buddy cop movie? Hey, knock that off. Fittingly for the part, Sasayama worked pretty badly. Well, ain't so suspicious now, huh? I'm surprised it's not voice acted. He clung to Kano with his mock camaraderie, despite the younger man's attempts to pull away. Come on, Sasayama, cut it out! Sasayama's blithe confidence rattled Kano's nerve. Of course, there's a good reason for that confidence. This is Kano and Sasayama's jurisdiction. Oh, it's the green train thing! I don't... It's not the same one, but it could be. From Chaos Head. But I think there's something like that in Persona 5, isn't there? Maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. Remember the handoff was to take place. The statue of Hachiko is surrounded by elite investigators from one of HQ's special investigation team. 2 more tips. Yeah. Jurisdiction. Really? You're trying to explain what jurisdiction is to me? Statue of Hachiko. The Moyai style? The green frog? Yeah, I think that's what they called it in Chaos Head. Bronze statue of a dog erected in 1934. Oh, it's that old? Jeez, okay. Kano was his partner who were just there to provide backup if the kidnapper attempted to flee. You see in Chaos Head when they add the green train, the green frog, they're like, oh yeah, everyone's gonna recognize this as like, you know, a public landmark. But for me, it's just like, oh yeah, green train thing. Cool. Kinda weird. Try to relax, we'll be fine. Sasayama gave him a wink. A moment later, the radio squawked in Kano's ear. Alright everyone, it's time. Keep your eyes open. Oh, old bald man. The voice coming in through the earpiece was Koji Kuze, HQ's operations director. Till last year, he'd been Shibuya Precinct's head detective and Kano's supervisor. We don't know when the perp is gonna make contact. Don't let your guard down. Kuze's low, gravelly voice echoed in Kano's ear. Don't sound too worried, Kuze. Look at him peeking over his shoulder. Kano winced at Sasayama's words. How could the man be so nonchalant? The appointed time had come and gone. Something should be happening. Whap! Look, ransom holders don't come at the exact second they need to be there. They're fashionably late. Kano smacked himself on the thigh to release a little tension. Bless me. The sound was louder than he intended, but the suit hit his muscular physique did little to dampen the noise. He needed to stay focused. He might be called to action at any moment. So by the way, I'm calling it now, Sasayama is evil. As we all know, Japanese media love to make the detective's assistant character evil. This is common knowledge in the world of detective stories. The department handled abduction cases according to a certain standard investigation procedure. Was it an attempt to extort money, or was the motive something too personal? The answer to that question to determine how they deal with the criminal. Based on the investigation team's initial findings this time around, they probably weren't dealing with a professional kidnapper. So in all likelihood, it was someone with quite a long rap sheet. Probably someone who knew the family, but so far they had a few leads on who might bear such a situation so unclear. The plan was to apprehend whoever came to make the handoff on site. If the culprit ran with the money, with no guarantee of the hostage's well-being. Still nothing. Sasayama muttered. Him. It's hard to tell who's talking with this because it's a novel mode, but you know, sprites don't change or anything. There he is! He's here! There's something comedic about the zoom into the still photo. Kuze broke in, his voice spiking into an excited chirp. Excited chirp? Particularly vocal quirk. Whenever he gets overly flustered, excited, or panicked, he slips into a childish register, or into babbling and pitching his voice. Oh, sorry. Subject is a young male in his 20s, wearing a bandana and a orange hoodie. Like that? Kuze, normally calm and stoic, was now squawking like an excited child. That only happened when he got particularly worked up. Kano and Sasayama steeled themselves. They're just handing out flyers. I think they can see the subject now. 20-something male nonchalantly approached Hitomi to talk to her. Alright, people. Be ready to grab this guy. Kuze was stationed in the mobile command center, not far from the intersection, keeping tabs on the situation via video surveillance from the camera team. The young man started speaking enthusiastically to Hitomi. The detectives watched, uncertain. Is this really the kidnapper? Oh, we have choices. You'll encounter selections like these during the story. Choices will change the lives of other people, in addition to changing your own fate. The D-pad to make your choice. Your choice will not impact you or any of the other protectors. It wasn't entirely clear. You needed to get a better look at things. If we wait for the handoff to happen, the situation still wasn't entirely clear. Newcomer had a bundle of letter-sized paper in which he showed me as he went on talking. Do we have a... Yes, we do. Yeah. Just making sure we have that. I know what a backlog is. History about it or whatever you want to call it. Oh, there's a time chart. I'm gonna hand her one of the papers, but she pointedly ignored him. Undeterred, the man kept trying to force it off on her. Hitomi refused to respond, becoming as motionless as the statue of Hachiko behind him. So finally, the man gave up and walked away. Guess it wasn't him. Or like maybe he was whispering, "Ha, we got your sister, she's gonna die, ha ha ha." Kano felt the tension of the moment linger in his spine. He must have been hitting on her, Sasayama. I mean, she is pretty cute and all. He had a point. So of course. Something in Sasayama's voice made Kano brace himself. She's got nothing on my me-chan. That is Mion Sodosaki. Oh. We got the music shift. Mi-chan was Sasayama's wife. Got married just last month. Okay, that's the opposite of a death flag. If they were just getting married, then he would be dead. Let me tell you, Kano, married life is the best. Gotta hurry and give it a try for yourself. That's Sasayama's favorite topic lately. Kano was getting more and more fed up with it. Sasayama, come on, just knock it off, okay? First, he became a common refrain of his since the department partnered them. Fine, fine. Let's talk about your girlfriend then. Huh? Now? You can't be serious. Sasayama leaned in close again. What's she like? We're not having this conversation. Kano muttered, looking away. Ah, come on! Sasayama set his hand on Kano's chest, still playing the homeless troublemaker. Show me your phone. Let me see your lock screen. Huh? Sasayama pawed for the phone. Get a pic of your girl on the lock screen, yeah? I do not. That's his NFT. But he did. Scary how on the mark Sasayama's instincts were. Hey, get it out. We're in the middle of an investigation. I am investigating. Sasayama chuckled as he plucked the phone from Kano's pocket. Oh, this is like, what year does this take place? His face scrunched up with an astonishment as he looked at the lock screen. I mean, I saw a phone in the opening little bit, right? But I didn't make the connection. What the heck is this? It's not. Ain't this Masami Nagahama? A national star. Has to play the hero on national morning soap operas or national historical dramas. Songs have been a series of national hits. She's even studied to host the year-end national singing competition program. Everything about her is national. Kano realized he had to bite the bullet. No, that's my girlfriend. She lives in Canada. You don't know her. Her name's Yumi, and she's... Sasayama cut him off. Tell me this ain't Masami Nagahama, the famous actress. Because this right here is Masami Nagahama. Like I said, you sly old dog. Trying to make it like you're dating Masami Nagahama. I'm not. I mean, I guess Yumi does kind of look like her. Hold on, is she a real person? It didn't have the 428 thing on it. It had the book. Masami Nagahama. Nothing pops up. I'm assuming maybe she's not international. She's just national. Well, I mean, stuff pops up, yeah, but she doesn't have a Wikipedia page, so she's not international. She's just national. For real? You really think I'm gonna fall for that? Nothing to fall for, I swear. Sasayama scowled, unconvinced. I'm hoping his girlfriend just shows up at the end of this, you know, like the final scene of the game. He's like, oh, hey, I'm Rumi. All right, then why don't you marry her? Kano stammered, but he had no answer. The truth was, he would have happily married her already. There were obstacles that needed to be overcome. Okay, playtime's over. Let's focus on the job. Sasayama handed back Kano's phone and turned his gaze back to Hitomi. And she's gone. Kano let out a quick, uneasy sigh. His shoulders did feel looser. Maybe Sasayama would try to relieve a bit of the tension. Maybe he should be grateful. By now, several minutes had passed since the guy with the papers had gone away. He peered at Hitomi. The strain on her face was visible. In addition to the weight of the Achi case itself, how do you say that? I don't know. 5,000, 10,000 yen bills weighed close to 6 kilos. Can I get a translation, please? To real units? Her slender arms just been getting tired. Still, she refused to set the case down. She wasn't taking any chances with her sister's life. The kidnapping case had begun the day before, around 7 p.m. Scary music. ZPD dispatch. Shibuya precinct is reporting a missing person, believed to be an abduction. Subject is Maria Osawa, 19-year-old student of Midoriyama Academy, last seen in an LL diner near campus. Man was allegedly seen forcing her to a car nearby. All officers in the vicinity reported the scene at once. Kano and Sasayama had been working a burglary case in Jingumai's 5th district when they got the call. She arrived at the LL diner at 7:15 p.m. Roughly the same time, several other officers showed up to secure the area, blocking off entry to nearby roadways and monitoring the surrounding establishment. Oh, is that what he looks like normally? Sasayama? At the restaurant, Kano and Sasayama were met by the girl who reported the kidnapping. The victim's twin sister, Hitomi. Or what if this is Maria and they actually kidnapped Hitomi who set this all up? Sorry. Can you tell us about when Maria was taken, starting from the beginning? Kano said, keeping his voice low. My sister and I were supposed to go to a party together today. Hitomi was trembling, her voice hoarse. Her voice sounds nothing like mine. I messed up this time. The time. I showed up right at 7, an hour later than I was supposed to. Oh, that is rude. So Maria had gone alone to the party, a mixture for locals and exchange students. Hitomi, arriving late, showed up just in time to glance out through the restaurant window to see her sister getting shoved into a car. Convenient. She had described the vehicle as a blue station wagon of Japanese make. Why would something like this happen to her? Hitomi held back tears, but she was shaking all over. You get a look at the kidnapper. This was a man, middle-aged. There's another eyewitness, Leland Palmer. Leland Palmer? He identified himself as a lecturer at Hitomi in Maria's school. I saw it too. Like Hitomi says. Like Hitomi cry out, so I went to the window to look. And the Japanese was halting, and we hadn't been in the country very long. I think that maybe the kidnapper was working alone. Leland explained that he'd seen the man shove Maria into the back seat, clam her into the driver's seat. He had an accomplice. Wouldn't they have been driving? Or he's a foreigner. He's used to driving on the right side of the road. In Japan, they drive on the left. He mixed up what the driver's seat was. Neither Hitomi nor Leland had gotten a look at the suspect's face. Kano was interviewing others who had been on the scene. He were other potential witnesses when the phone rang. It was Yoshio Kajiwara, one of the senior detectives. It was so weird reading his name. Oh, that's another, like, you know, all the other names were like, oh, well, I guess she's Maria, but, you know, we got Sasagawa and Kano, then it's, oh yeah, Leland Palmer. I was not expecting that. We set up a task force for the investigation. Get back to the station once you have a handle on the situation there. Barely half an hour had passed since the time of the kidnapping was reported, the time the task force began operation. I'm not reading every tip, by the way. But Kano and Sasayama got back to the precinct station. Kusei had already arrived from HQ. He informed them that a response team had been formed to investigate the victim's home. Kano could feel a peculiar tension in the air. Unfamiliar MPD detectives scurried to and fro around the Shibuya office. Called one of them aside to get a quick update. An hour had now passed since the kidnapping. There had been one new development. The perpetrator made a threatening call to the victim's home. He said the following. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. by Hachiko in Shibuya. I have the sister Hitomi to bring 50 million yen. If not, the girl's life is forfeit. Banana! Kajiwara from the precinct was put on the response team, along with the detectives from elsewhere who received special training in abduction cases. Normally, a local precinct detective wouldn't have gone undercover in a victim's home. Tuesday, however, decided that having a knowledgeable local is crucial and sent Kajiwara along. The detectives disguised themselves as delivery people and movers to make their way inside without arousing suspicion. Okay. Arriving there at 8:30. The response team had come prepared to run a trace if the kidnapper contacted the family a second time. But there were no further calls. Kano checked his watch again. 20 minutes had now passed since the time designated for the ransom hand. The kidnapper had yet to appear. Crap! Think we might have spooked him? He wondered aloud. Hey, stay calm. Sasayama scanned the passing throng. Just playing with us. Had this guy even picked this place? Kano voiced the question he'd been asking himself ever since he'd heard the kidnapper's demands. Sasayama shrugged. Figured he must have wanted to blend in with the crowd, nab the money, and disappear before anyone knows he's there, would be my guess. In that case, why not pick Shinjuku or Ginza? Ginza a real place? Big crowd didn't just benefit the kidnapper after all. They only ever talk about the S's. You know, Shibuya, Shinjuku, Akihabara, which starts with an S if you had an S in front of it. It also allowed the police to use the sea of people to conceal their own operations. Right now, there are 50 detectives stationed within a 50-meter radius where Hitomi stood. The kidnapper would be taking a major risk if his plan was to nab their ransom money. That's what bothered Kano. Any criminal with half a brain would know better than to do a handoff in front of Hachiko. You're overthinking things, pal, Sasayama grumbled. No, I'm not. Kano reached into his pocket and pulled out his notepad. That was Kano's dick diary, he always kept close at hand. Yeah, you're gonna call it that? You're gonna call it the dick diary. Sasayama rolled his eyes. That thing again? Kano ignored him, flipping through the notepad pages. Well, you can't just show that? I'm gonna get banned off YouTube, dude! Here it is! Dick Dictum 89. More irrelevant something seems, the more relevant it's bound to be. That's true! True! There's a favorite saying of Shuzo Tateno, the assistant inspector of the Shibuya precinct. Tateno is the kind of detective Kano aspired to be. The current operation, he'd been placed in charge of Hitomi's personal safety. He was in position to defend her as soon as the ransom had been handed off. Of course, Hitomi hadn't been informed of how much protection she was under. There's a risk that if she acted too secure, it might alert the kidnapper. I think Tateno has the right idea. Sasayama snorted quietly. Maybe. I mean, he's a great detective. Don't get me wrong. But do you know how many irrelevant things there are to consider? Again, Kano ignored him. It didn't matter if nobody else understood. Kano had faith in Tateno as both a detective and as an individual, meaning Tateno is evil. He had first witnessed Tateno's brilliance during a standoff at a financial company 3 years earlier. A man had shut himself in an office, flushing gasoline everywhere, and threatening to set the place ablaze. While the others hesitated, Tateno unflinchingly doused himself with gasoline and strode into the building. He managed to talk the man down and secure the scene. Couldn't he have done that without dousing himself in gasoline? The others had been awestruck by Tateno's actions. And Kano, at the time, had been content with being a run-of-the-mill policeman, but found it quite inspiring. I can read, I swear. I swear I can read! Still, you know? Sasayama muttered under his breath. As great a detective as Tateno is, like anyone else in the world has ever heard of him. Suppose not, Kano said. So? Is that a banana? It's a banana! Well, we need a banana counter. Only time anyone's ever heard a cop snap is if he's caught in the line of some scandal. Killed in the line of duty. I mean, doesn't really seem fair, does it? Why? Look at the quotation mark. The top line did not end with a quotation mark, but they added a quotation mark to the next line. That's not how you do that. We now have 3 quotation marks. It's what do you get, like a programming error if you have a wrong amount of parentheses kind of thing? Kano just shrugged. It's like that, but with grammar. It's a strange definition of unfair, really. When you get celebrity chefs and celebrity hairdressers and stuff, don't give them no celebrity gumshoes, you know? Look, please, can you just focus on what we're doing here? Kano rubbed his eyes, then turned his attention back to Hitomi. And she's gone. Oh, what's the matter? Didn't sleep? Not enough, I guess. Did you eat? Didn't have time. Bringing in supplies for the base of operations? Is it gonna say what it is, or? Okay, no. Readying the team's vehicles. Photocopying hundreds of documents and various other tasks. Kano barely slept in the previous night, and got a meal in either. What have you been doing? Sasayama puffed out his chest. Saving up my energy for today. So you were sleeping. Kano gave a wry chuckle at his partner's lack of shame. Being well rested is part of being prepared. There he is! Kuse's voice. Oh, there he is! Kuse's voice chirped through Kano's earpiece. Man in his 20s wearing a sleeveless red jacket, carrying a garbage bag. The young man had emerged from the crowd about 15 feet from where Hitomi was standing. He strode towards her, a sinister look on his face. He didn't match Hitomi's description. Kano felt a jolt of nerves all the same. Maybe the kidnapper had hired some young street pug to snatch the ransom. That our guy? What do you think, Kano? Sasayama whispered. Yeah, I think he's gotta be. This was it. Kano swallowed the lump in his throat. He bent his knees, ready to act fast. Blood rushed to his leg muscles, banishing the stiffness that had begun to take hold. Could this be the culprit? Or perhaps? The young man tried to snatch the briefcase from Hitomi, but she clung to it with... Okay, yeah, that's from... I mean... Baby's like, oh, hey, that looks heavy. That looks like it weighs about 6 kilos. You should put it down. I'll carry it for you. You know, maybe it's one of those. It was him! The detectives rushed in. Oi, what the hell? The young man cried out frantically and tried to dart away. The officers closed in, forcing him bodily to the ground. Like, we got 4 guys here, right? But like, the other 46 are gonna rush him, make sure, you know, he doesn't get away. Oh, 50 versus 1, pin him to the ground. Target secured! Oh geez, I think we got another suspect at the scene. He's taking the ransom! He was bait? Kuse's hysterics made Kano spin around. Sure enough, a foreign-looking man is sprinting away, attaché case in hand. The mob of detectives scrambled to pursue. Before Kano could react, most of them had gone, why can't you just call it a briefcase? Leaving him to look after the original suspect. Is that where... No, we're still going. Okay. What should I do with this guy, sir? He might have some connection to the kidnapper. Should I bring him in? Oh, sure, that'd be swell. I'm on it. With the help of one of the remaining detectives, Kano brought the suspect back to Shibuya precinct. Look, how many times do I have to go through this? I want a lawyer. I'm not going to say anything without a lawyer. I know my Fifth Amendment. Oh, wait. Cut that crap. The interrogation room, the young man who gave his name as Achi Endo successfully insisted on his innocence. Okay, so who's the guy we play as next? Why did he try to steal that case? Kano watched Achi's face intently. Like I said, it looked heavy, so I was just trying to help her out. It weighed about 6 kilos. Wasn't it inconceivable that a young guy would want to help a pretty girl? He told me he'd just been standing there, hardly in desperate need of assistance. She hadn't set the case down, so I figured there had to be something important inside. An entry from Kano's stick diary shot through his mind. Yeah? Dictum 25. Where the tongue slips, grab it, yank out the truth. Classic advice from a questioning. Something important, you say? Such as? I like what I know, Achi spit. He huffed and slumped back in his chair. The standard textbook back and forth had been going on for nearly an hour. Kano didn't mind. Chasing down criminals was all well and good, but questioning suspects was another key part of the job. Plenty of off-the-scene work went into cracking a case. Once again, he had Achi explain what he'd been doing, starting from the beginning. Kano finally emerged from the interrogation room for a short break, learning that there had been some progress on the case at the crime scene. What the police hadn't been able to determine yet, however, was whether or not Maria was safe. Oh, what? Where'd she go? Fighting back his anxiety, Kano consulted his dick diary. Oh wait, sorry, I mixed her up with Hitomi. His dick diary. Dictum 54. Haste makes waste. Felt his tension subside. Remembering the right maxim always helped, like casting a magic spell. Kano returned to confront Achi once more. Achi. Achi. You were there to act as a distraction, to mess up the investigation, weren't you? Huh? Achi looked a little dumbfounded. What are you on about? Dictum 55. Truth hungers to be free. Hungry? Got some katsudon if you like. That is pork, I believe. Japanese bowl of white rice topped with breaded pork cutlet and egg. Yeah. Achi nodded silently. He devoured the bowl of katsudon with gusto. Looked like he hadn't eaten in a while. Alright then, spill it. What's this guy after? Achi just shrugged. I don't know, he murmured. Thick slice of egg laid and pork between his teeth. How many accomplices do you have? Kano asked. Achi just shook his head as he inhaled his food. Resignedly, Kano flipped through his notebook once more. Number 115. Use the lights to your advantage. The minutes ticked past. He found himself referring to his book again and again, trying a dozen different methods to tease out whatever a suspect might be hiding. The experience began to feel strangely surreal, their two voices echoing hollowly in the interrogation room. And he starts flicking him on, off and on. Ooh, you're gonna have a seizure if you don't tell me. Kano looked at the clock. He realized that the questioning had been going on for nearly 5 hours. Still hadn't made any headway. What was he supposed to do next? Tateno would know, but he sure didn't. He was determined to do whatever he could to keep the victim and her family safe. Gritting his teeth in frustration, he pursued the Dick Diary like it was scripture. Around 116. The monotonous questioning was clearly tiring Achi out. His eyelids drooped like they were beginning to get heavy. Get them when they're tired. Kano's eyes gleamed. Part of some criminal gang, huh? Achi's head slumped forward heavily. Nodding off was basically the same as nodding yes, right? We gotta confess him! Cuff him, boys! Mr. Kuze! I did it! Young guy we grabbed on the handoff site finally confessed to the crime! Okay, this guy's incompetent. What? What are you talking about? Kuze laughed in disbelief. We're just about to apprehend the mastermind here. Huh? Kano clutched his cell phone, dumbstruck. Listen, why don't you, just wait there at HQ, okay? No, it can't be. So they solved the whole case without him. After the kidnapping case wrapped up, okay, I thought that was the resignation letter. Kano tendered his resignation. Guess I'm not cut out to be a detective after all, thought to himself. He dropped the Dick Diary on his desk as he left the Shibuya precinct for the last time. Bad ending? The choice didn't matter though. What? The long Shibuya. Kano wound up at a bad end. However, that does not mean the choice he made for Kano was the wrong one. One of the other protagonists. Oh! Okay, that's a. my pop filter fell. One of the other protagonists, Achi Endo, has an impact on Kano's fate here. He can avoid a bad end by making proper decisions in another character's story. For detailed hint, pick by the tip at the end of that. I need the bad. Yeah, okay. Select hint. Kano had every reason to suspect Achi. Arresting him turned out to be a mistake. If he hadn't approached. Oh! It's that different? This would have happened differently. Okay. Try playing Achi's story up to 10:30 and make a choice that keeps him from going up to her. If you do that, Kano won't even have a chance to arrest him and things. Okay, that's actually a big difference. So. Yeah, we're back here. You know, select out. I don't like the name Achi. I do not like saying that. It feels wrong to say. One of the other protagonists. Tell the Achi story for a little while. Is there a save button? Wait, I've noticed it saves automatically, right? Like there. How far in are we? 40 minutes? Let's do like the first scene. Like up until it saves automatically. He is not naked. Okay, good. Oh, he's cool. When I grow up, I want to be an Achi. Achi. I do not like saying Achi. Maybe it's because I played Ace Attorney recently, which has an Achi. So I keep wanting to say that. Achi Endo called out at the door of his father's room. Okay, I'm heading out. Sure. Father sounded unconcerned. He didn't even open the door. So you don't want me to stay here in the shop? Thought you were gonna get any customer. Achi grimaced. Yeah, I guess not. The drawer by the front door held a stack of heavy-duty trash bags. Achi pulled out a few of them. This is gonna be that kind of day. He stuffed the trash bags into his pockets, slipped on his favorite pair of sneakers. The entryway to Achi's house also led into the family shop. And what do they sell? Various pieces of electronics were piled up like so much junk in the tiny retail space. The slightest bump brought the risk of an avalanche. Achi wove his way through the gaps in the appliances like a spelunker exploring a cave. From Shibuya Station, if you make your way through the 109 building, then we don't need the address. You'll come to an old shopping district. Nestled on the outskirts is Endo's Electronics. Same place it's been for decades. Within its dimly lit interior, you'll find rows of wares all caked in dust. At a glance, you might as well assume the place was closed. Mom and pop places like Endo's couldn't compete with this big consumer chains booming throughout Shibuya. So far, the store remained in business, thanks to the locals who appreciated that they make house calls for repairs. But things weren't looking good for the future. Achi, the eldest son and nominal successor to the business, had no interest whatsoever in working there. Tale as old as time. Achi stepped out of the shop into the sunny morning air. The good weather lifted his spirits. Alrighty, time to do this, he said in a bigger font. He unfurled one of his big garbage bags, which caught the wind and fluttered like a cape. He's actually the protagonist of Disco Elysium. He's Raphael. But he slowly made his way towards Shibuya Station, scanning his surroundings all the while. But we'll go a little more. Sheesh, this place is filthy. He paused to pick up a plastic bottle that had been tossed on the ground. He's actually just a nice guy picking up litter. Then with a heavy sigh, he slipped the crushed receptacle into his trash bag. He's been picking up trash around town like this for about 6 months now. He got it so that the sort of garbage most people would hardly notice stood out to him like a sore thumb. Most days he filled his trash bags to the top by the time he made it from his house in Dogansaka to the train station. Today he was halfway to the station when a woman's anxious voice caught his attention. I'm sorry, we're in a bit of a hurry here. He looked up and saw a timid-looking woman being confronted by two men, one with brown hair and one with black. You can tell they're evil because of the slouch they're doing. Look at that. That's the evil slouch. From the look of them, he'd guess that the men were scouts for some kind of hostess club. He ran into this sort of thing pretty frequently on his trash cleaning walks around town. Another kind of trash to take care of. Achi quickly interposed himself between the girl and the two recruiters. Hey, can't you see that you're bothering her? Oh, who the hell are you? The two men glared. Take a hike, pal. Achi stood his ground. Look, she ain't interested. But his shirt says eco on it. I love this guy. You're just gonna have to find some other mark. The hustler's annoyance turned to open rage. Well, listen to you. Got a bit of a mouth, huh, buddy? The brown-haired thug smacked his lips around his chewing gum like a dog worrying a bone? Sorry? Is that a saying? A dog worrying a bone. How about we take this someplace more quiet, yeah? What, like the library? What are they talking about? So a young woman, let's go someplace more quiet, might suggest a cafe or a park, but to a street punk, it might mean an alley where passerbys are unlikely to interrupt. Oh, I thought they meant the library. Silly me. The girl stood by uneasily watching the goings on. Hey, take it easy. Not looking for trouble. That's supposed to be an apology. On your knees and beg, pal. Man spat his gum onto the ground. That's litter! Achi looked down at the glistening wad of gum on the sidewalk. His last shred of goodwill vanished. You better pick that up. Right now. What? Didn't you hear me? Because I told you to get down and use it back! Achi's hand shot out, grabbing the man by the jaw. Oh, easy, Bill! Other man's bravado drained from his face. Achi tightened his grip on the brown-haired hustler's jaw. Sweat dripped from the man's reddening brow. Man struggled. Achi just tightened his grip. Gum's a real pain in the butt, pardon my French, to clean up after he's gotten stuck to the street, you know? Ever stopped to consider that? Wait. Are you... The other hustler's panicked eyes had fixed on Achi's chest. Oh crap! What, does he have like a reputation? That shirt, man! The guy's voice is starting to break. That's Mean Clean! A guy with a Mean Clean shirt, carrying around a trash bag. That means you're... His face went pale. Mean Clean! The other man echoed his words to his held-shut jaw, tears welling up in his eyes. Get it right, pal. Achi clenched the man's jaw harder still. It's Mean Clean. Ow, 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 ow. We're sorry, man. Here, Achi, right? Achi, right? Stop saying his name. Dude, we honestly had no idea. Come on, man. Gotta cut us some slack. Man scrambled to snatch the water gum off the street, stuffing it into his pants pocket. Oh no, now his pocket's gonna get all sticky. Finally, Achi let go of his companion. The brown-haired hustler's face was twisted up with fear, hair streaming down his face. Gasping out hasty apologies, the two thugs scampered off. Is that the girl or the guy? I don't know. Hey, so... Shy smile came to the girl's face. Girl, what is a girl? Oh, no, it's who she is. Yoko Kakinuma, second-year student at Midoriya Academy's law school. Cecily's managed to corner her while she's on her way to her part-time job at a cafe. The popular plot in trashy e-novels for the main character to fall in love with a hustler like these guys. Such things rarely happen in real life. Thank you for saving me! No, I apologize. Huh? The girl stared in surprise. We're gonna do creeps like that now and then. Don't hold it against us. Shibuya's a good town. Yeah, okay. He missed his chance. Oh, she gave a quick wave, then turned and continued his way down Dogenzaka. I want to be like Achi when I grow up. He was Shibuya born and raised. He was keenly aware of all the changes in the world it seemed since he was a kid. Grocery stalls and inconspicuous little side streets, tiny parks nestled between buildings. Achi knew it all at the back of his hand. Trash, human or otherwise, had no place in this town. Not on his watch. Okay, that's a good place to call it, I think. Oh, okay. We have a bad endings list. Yeah, list of bad endings. Who would have guessed? Is there no manual save? Really? The guide. Oh, okay, I thought it was like a flowchart kind of thing. Anyways, guys, this has been 428 Shibuya Scramble. I enjoyed it. It definitely has a unique sense of humor, but I like it. It's kind of zany. If you liked it, let me know. If not, you know, just say, oh, I hate this game, or just don't leave a comment and I'll be sad. You know, it's whatever. It's fine. I'll see you guys for day 5. Bye.